Hi Pooja, how are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Okay. Can you tell me something about yourself?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Pooja Dashrath Ghadve. I'm from Bhor. I did my graduation in BSc Specification with Physics from Savitribai Phule University and
Hmm.
recently completed software testing course from IT Education Pune. My strengths are I'm self-motivated, disciplined person. That's all about me. Thank you.
Hmm. Okay, great. So what do you know about software testing lifecycle?
Software testing life cycle is a step-by-step process.
Hmm.
There are several phases such as
Hmm.
test initiation, testing, test plan, uh,
Yes,
test
yes.
test case, test case scenario, test case design, test case execution, test summary report, and test closure report.
Oh,
Can I explain?
yeah, please explain. Yeah.
Test initiation testing. There are also several points. Requirement of requirement of project. Requirement of project means scope of project. The
Which
requirement
is
of project means
hmm.
domain of project in which
Do so can you
commerce
explain in
domain.
detail each step?
Yes,
Yeah, one by one, if you can explain in detail.
yes, sir.
Yeah,
First
what
step
is
is
yeah,
test initiation testing.
then
There are several points. Requirement of project.
hmm.
Requirement of project means domain of project in which e-commerce domain, healthcare domain, etc. are included. Scope of project. Scope of project means we decide a strategy of testing
Hmm.
which we are perform, uh, and lack of knowledges means if there a new person added in project, then knowledge transfer is required. Lack of data. If there is less test data, then we have to do ad hoc testing. And then
So
the
what are
test
you telling about the lack of knowledge? Who should be having a proper knowledge?
where
Huh?
that person included in the project,
The
in
person who
whole
are
process,
included in the project you are telling
uh, whole process, whole
should.
process in the
Okay. Okay, fine. What else?
next phase is test plan. In test plan, there are job allocation, resource allocation, and estimation. In job allocation, here in job allocation, which uh, decide decide a particular task and assign to a particular tester. In resource allocation, decide decide a particular testing, which type of tester perform which type of testing. In estimation means start and end date of test project. And then test case scenario means what to test, a possible area to be tested. Then test case design, how to test. A test engineer will be responsible to create test case scenario and test case design. He will create positive as well as negative test cases. Then test case execution. While write test cases and test scenario and test cases, then we will execute them. While executing, we found a defect. Then we will assign a build to the developer. Then developer send us a corrected system. Then we will retest on that solving defect. That is called retesting. Then test summary report. We test engineers are responsible to create test summary report. And then while we creating test summary report, then send it to team lead. Then test closure report. Team lead is responsible to create test closure report. Yeah. Test closure report is in the form of graphs. That's
Okay.
all.
Okay. See, when you get this kind of question in a real-time interview, right, you have to
Yes, sir.
explain with some real-time things, right? Currently, what you were telling is about the theoretical things. So, and one of the phase is very important that I think you forgot to mention is about test environment setup. So these are the different stages of software testing life cycle. You're getting it. So requirement analysis. So you will analyze the requirement. What needs, what is the expectation from the client? For example, if you have got the requirement, BRD, business requirement document, or functional requirement document, or maybe user story in Jira. So you will go through that requirement. You will understand what are the expectations, what is the acceptance criteria of that user story, right? Then test planning. So you will plan the testing. I think you were telling in case of test planning that the task would be assigned to the testers, right? You won't be assigning any task. The task would be assigned once the test execution is started, or when the test case needs to be written, right? So maybe if I am working with you, we both are working in one QA team. So you might be assigned task of writing test cases of login module. I might be assigned task of writing test cases for search module, right? So that's how the test cases are been designed, developed, right? And then those are executed. You have to set up the environment, and finally in the test execution you are fine that you are finding defects, you are getting them resolved, then you are retesting them, you are doing regression testing, right? Those are the
Yes,
defects. And the test closure, what is test closure? You are submitting the reports, the various reports, documents that you have collected, right? That is test closure. So did you work on some testing project before? I mean, you have done some course in software testing?
repeat, sir.
Yeah, I'll repeat. So did you complete some course in software testing?
Yes, sir.
You have completed a course in software testing. Did you work on some particular project in that?
No, sir.
No. So why don't you work on a real-time project to get more idea on testing? Okay. So work on some project. When I say project,
Yes,
you can take any software, any website, any application, and you can start testing it. How you will test it? You can start writing test cases, test scenarios, right? So you'll get more
yes, sir.
understanding. Okay. Now let me share my screen. So this is a website that is given to you for testing. Okay. Can you tell me high level test scenarios for this particular website? Which are the different scenarios that you will test in this website?
Sir,
Hmm.
testing the search box,
Yes, yes, Pooja. Tell me.
testing the search box.
Search functionality. Directly search functionality.
Yeah.
So
Huh.
what I would suggest is you should start from the top, right? Is the URL getting launched properly or not? Right. So you can verify the when you hit this URL misho.com in the browser, the Misho website is getting open. The website is getting launched properly or not. Then the title of this web page, it is properly displayed or not. Then the different menus you can check. You can check the branding of, or you can check the spelling of the website that is being displayed properly. Then you can go for the search functionality, right? So cover all the test scenarios. Okay, start with happy part test scenarios first. Tell me the happy part, positive test
Yes.
scenarios. Hmm. Don't get nervous. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
We enter a initial letter in search box. Sir,
Yes. What you were telling?
when we enter a initial letter in search box,
Hmm.
then multiple suggestions that start with initial letter are displayed.
Multiple suggestions. Okay, fine. What else?
How many how many
Hmm.
how many products we are able to add to cart.
How many products? Okay, that's fine. So can you test with one flow first? Can you start by searching for some product, adding that product to the cart?
Yeah. Sir,
Yes, Pooja.
repeat
Sorry.
repeat the question.
Okay, so you are supposed to come up with the test scenarios for this particular e-commerce website. What are the high level test scenarios for this website?
Link of the website is displayed properly or not.
Hmm.
Then spelling in the logo in that particular application
Right.
it's properly or not, correct or not.
Correct.
Then we are going to searching box. Then we check searching box by giving valid or invalid inputs.
Hmm.
By giving inputs, then we are going to add to cart button. In that button, we check the possible scenarios, that is we can add a multiple products into add to cart, or we can delete a multiple products into add to cart, such as.
Then,
Then when we click a particular bags and footwear, there is some options like bags and footwear, electronics, beauty and health. When we click on that particular buttons, then display a proper link or not, proper page or not, we check.
okay, what else?
Then we create a profile. Without creating profile, we can buy or sell a product or not.
Hmm.
After login, we can successful login or not.
Hmm.
uh, in that login functionality, we give valid and invalid inputs.
Okay. Okay. See, I'll help you with few of the test scenarios that you can tell in a real-time interview as well. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
these particular test scenarios we covered, the link is page is getting launched properly, the name of the website or the brand logo is being displayed properly. You will verify the search is working properly for any particular product or product code, right? It has been written here. You can search by product code or you can search by product itself. For example, you can try entering sari, you can try entering kurti here. It should display proper results. You'll verify the search is working properly with respect to the product code as well, right? Then you'll verify this watermark. is being displayed properly. So what is this? The content that is written, the text that is written in the form of watermark. So verify this particular text is being displayed properly. Then verify this download app button is working fine. So when I say download, so you can get this particular link to download this app from Google Play, from App Store, right? You can verify this become a supplier button is working. You can verify the download the Meesho app button is working fine, right? Then you can verify this particular categories are there. So there are various categories. So you'll verify whether you are able to select the products from all these categories or not. Then you will verify for all the products the prices, and if the discount rates, if possible, those are displayed properly. You will verify the reviews are being displayed properly. You will verify these particular sort and these options filters are working properly on this website, right? So that's all things you have to verify. Then at the end you will verify the footer links, right? The footer links here you will verify whether all those links are working properly or not, and you will verify the content or the text written in the footers of the page that has been written, that is displayed properly or not. You will verify this particular links, social media links are working properly. You will verify this contact us. You will verify the copyrights should get updated with 2024 as the latest year. These all things you have to verify. Then you will verify this profile. So you will verify by signing in. So you'll verify the login is working fine with a new user. Login should working fine with an existing user. Login should not work with an inactive user. Login should not work with a deleted user. You'll verify the product is successfully added to the cart. You'll verify the payment options are working. You'll verify the email notifications are working properly, right? Then you will verify this website is getting launched properly in different other compatible browsers as well as mobile devices. So compatibility testing you will perform, right? Getting it?
Yes,
So
sir.
those all things you have to tell. So whenever you get this question, you should answer more and more. So first cover positive, then cover negative, then cover compatibility test cases. You can also cover performance test cases. How much time does it take to load that particular pages? Those all things you can cover. Okay, fine. Now, can you give me an example of a defect with low severity and high priority?
Application crashes at a corner site which is not navigated by users.
So that is low severity, or would it be a low priority?
High severity.
It is a high severity, right? Application is getting crashed.
That is high severity and low priority.
No, application is getting crashed. Then it's a high severity, high priority defect because that needs to be fixed as soon as possible. What is low severity, high priority defect?
Some mistake in
Correct,
symbol of
correct,
application.
correct,
Then
correct. So some mistake in the
this is
branding.
low severity and high priority.
Yes, yes, please go ahead.
If there is some mistake in logo or spelling mistake in application name, that is low severity and high priority.
Correct. So if there is a mistake in the application logo or spelling mistake, then it's a low severity, high priority issue. Okay. What about high severity and low priority issue?
Application crashes.
Application is getting crashed. So
At corners.
is that a low severity issue?
High severity.
High severity, right? I'm
High
asking about
severity.
high severity, low priority. Sorry, I'm asking about low severity and so earlier we discussed. Okay, yeah. Sorry, my mistake. I'm asking about high severity, low priority.
High severity and low priority. But that is application crashes.
So that would be a high severity, high priority issue, right? how an
At corner
application.
case, which is not navigated by frequently by users.
Okay. Okay. So let this be an open question for the people who are watching this video. Tell us a high severity and low priority issue for an application which is based on e-commerce website, right? Which is based on e-commerce domain. So you can put your answers in the comment section of the video. Okay, now let's take next question. What is the difference between agile and waterfall model?
Waterfall model, it is traditional and old model. It is not
Hmm.
reversible model.
Then what
And
about agile?
agile model, it is a combination of iterative and incremental model. In agile model, we can change this requirement at any phase of development phase. But in a waterfall model, we cannot change this requirement frequently. Waterfall model, it is used for small projects. And agile model, it is used for big projects
Hmm.
where requirements are changing frequently. That's all.
Okay, fine. So whenever you get this question in a real-time interview,
Yes, sir.
then let me showcase you a few of the points that you can answer in an interview. See, is my screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Right. See, what is agile? So agile is nothing but it's a life cycle to develop and test a software product. Whereas waterfall, it's a linear sequential model to develop and test the software product. Waterfall, it's a linear means you cannot go back. You have to move
It
ahead
is
only.
not reversible.
Process. So the entire process of development is divided into multiple sprints, whereas here it is broken down into different phases. Flexibility. So agile development model is flexible enough to make changes at any point of time. In waterfall model, you can make changes after one phase is difficult and it is not possible to change, right? It would be very difficult. It would be very costly, right? Client involvement. So here it is continuous client interaction feedback is there. Here the client involvement is very less. So that is one of the major disadvantage of the waterfall model. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Pooja, I am done with the interview. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
प्रोजेक्ट का बताओ ना थोड़ा सा
Okay,
प्रोजेक्ट
okay.
के बारे में.